Hello everyone, welcome back to Level Up SFDC channel, and in this video we are going to talk about some of the interview questions related to custom labels. Without wasting much time, let's go into the questions. So the first one is, what are custom labels in Salesforce? When and why would you use them? This question is basically to test your knowledge into custom labels. This is a very basic question. Probably you may not get it, but you should be, it's good to know what is custom label in Salesforce. So custom labels are user-defined texts. So they are used to avoid hard coding text, and they are used to standardize the text messages. So moving on to the next one, how do you access custom labels in Apex, LWC, and Aura components? So in Apex, you can access using this format system.label.mylabelName, and in LWC, you have to import the custom labels using this format, import using @salesforce/label/c mylabelName. And in Aura, you can access it via $label.c.mylabelName. So the next one, can custom labels be used for multi-language support? If yes, how? So for this question, of course, custom labels can be used for multi-language support. This is one of the advantages of using custom labels. So the answer is yes. And how do we use it for multi-language support? So you need to create translations for each custom label or for each language under the custom labels to support multiple languages. The question is, what are limitations of custom labels in Salesforce? One of the limitations is Salesforce allows till 5,000 custom labels to be created in an org, and each custom label has its own limitation. That is, you can have 1,000 characters in the custom label. So moving on to the next one, what are some best practices for managing custom labels in large-scale projects? So some of the best practices are, we should always have a proper naming conventions. We should group by modules or features. So let's say we have 3 different teams and each of them wants to create a custom label. They should always prefix that custom label with their team names or the functionality name or the module that they're working on. So avoid duplicate. So each team needs to check whether the custom label or the text that they are looking for is already available in the system. So we should always do this check before creating a new custom label. So next, we should always document the label usage. So this is one of the best practices. So anyone who wants to check why this custom label was created, they will easily understand, and they can even try to reuse them in their own code or in their own components. Moving on to the next one. So how do you dynamically insert variables into custom label in Apex? So we have a video for this particular topic. You can check that. I'll paste that link in the description. So we can use the custom labels and populate the placeholders within the custom labels dynamically using string.format. So moving on to the next one. Is it possible to update custom labels via deployment? Yes, it is possible. Custom labels are metadata, so you can always deploy them using ChainSet, SFDX, or metadata APIs. So the next one, how do you handle custom labels in managed package? So prefix the labels with namespaces. So here ns __ is the namespace where you can prefix for the custom label name. So the next one is, this ensures the label works correctly inside the managed packages. So the reason why we use prefix is to make sure that the labels work properly or correctly inside the managed package. So moving on to the next one, what's the difference between using custom label versus custom setting or metadata for storing text? So this question is specifically focusing on the storing text. So even custom metadata can store the text and custom setting also can store the text. But what is the difference between custom label and the other two? One of the main differences is custom labels are translatable UI text. That means they can be translated into different languages, whereas custom metadata or custom setting cannot be translated. So the next one, have you ever faced any performance or maintenance issue due to custom labels? How did you resolve them? So one of the major concern that the team face is it is very hard to find the duplicate, okay, and hard to find a custom label which is already existing in the system. So what is the solution for this? So we have to implement the label proper naming conventions. Okay, we should follow the proper naming convention when we create a custom label, and use centralized documentation. This is one of the best practices again, and perform regular cleanups. Let's say I have created a custom label for specific functionality, but I don't need it anymore. So I should not leave that custom label in the org. I should make sure that I go back and delete that custom label. In that way, I'm making some space to the new custom labels that will be created in future. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe to the channel.